Hi class. Today we're going to be talking about the executive branch. Our concept for today involves government and civic understandings. Our objective for today is that the students will know who the elected officials are within the executive branch, along with where they work. Our standard is SS2 CG2. Identify the following elected officials of the executive branch and where they work. The elected officials that we're talking about are the president, governor, and mayor. So, I believe that we need to start by understanding what a government is. So, a government is a leadership, or some of you may have heard the term administration before. So, a government is a leadership or administration of a country, nation, or body of united people or unified people. There are lots of nations across the world that have lots of different types of government. However, today we're going to be talking about a certain part of our government here in the U.S. That part is the executive branch. So when I say branch, I'm talking about a portion or a section of our government. There are actually 3 branches of our government. Today, we're talking about the executive. This branch is in charge of enforcing our laws. Okay? It can be broken into 3 levels. Those levels are over there, as you can see: federal, state, and local. Okay, so who are the leaders in the executive branch, in these levels of the executive branch? At the federal level, our leader is the president. He is our head executive. Our president lives in our nation's capital, which is Washington, D.C., and they work in the White House. Here, I've shown you a picture of George Washington, who was our nation's first ever president. You may not know of him. If you do, then here's a little review. He was our first president. If you don't, then now you do. And here is the White House. Okay, next level, state level. This is the level that the governor is the head executive of. Our governor here in Georgia, lives in what is called the governor's mansion. There is a governor in each state, but there's not a governor's mansion in each state. We do have that here in Georgia, though. Governors work at their state capitol building. Here is a picture of our Governor Kemp, and here's a picture of a state capitol building. Okay, the next level is the local level. The leader at this level is the mayor. Mayors work at their local city hall, which is located in whatever city they serve for. Here is an example of a city hall. And here is a cute little cartoon of a mayor. So some of you still may be a little bit fuzzy, or you may still be having a little bit of a hard time to understand these leaders or where they're located. So we're going to make a comparison here to help us understand and to help us understand in the future if we need to remember back to this lesson. So when we think of the United States of America, I want us to think of it as an elementary school. So, who is the leader of the United States of America? The president. That happens to be like a little cartoon of our president right now. Who's the leader of an elementary school? The principal. So at the federal level, the head executive is the president. At the highest level of authority in an elementary school, the leader is the principal. At the state level, we have our governors. The next level of authority in an elementary school are the teachers. We can understand this better because governors, they have to care for and tend to the needs and wants of each individual state. States are unique. They have different needs. They have different wants. So governors have to attend to those unique wants and needs. A teacher has to do the same thing for their classroom. Each classroom is different, and so there's different needs. The next level is the local level, and the head executive at this level is the mayor. The next level of authority at an elementary school would be the parents or students. So we can understand these as our analogy, as part of our analogy. So, class, we do have 2 assignments for this lesson. Here's the first one. We'll get to that. And then here's the second one. But first, I want to go back to the very beginning, and I want to just review real quick about what we were doing, okay? So first, we understood what a government is. A government is a leadership or administration of a country, nation, or body of united or unified people. We're talking about our government in the United States of America. Specifically, we are talking about one branch. Remember, I said there are 3 branches, but today we're talking about one branch of our government called the executive branch, and this branch is in charge of enforcing our laws. This branch can be broken into, or is divided into, 3 levels: the federal, the state, and the local. So who are the leaders at these levels? At the federal level, we have our president. Remember, they live in our capital, Washington, D.C., and they work in the White House. There was our first president ever, and here's the White House. The next level is the state level. Remember, this is where our governors are in charge. Our governor in the state of Georgia lives in a governor's mansion, but not every governor does. And there is a governor in each state. They work at their state capitol building. Here's our governor, Governor Kemp. Here's a state capitol building. At the local level, the head executive is the mayor. Mayors work at their local city hall, which is located in the city that they serve for. There's a city hall, and there's a cute little cartoon of a mayor. Okay, so remember our analogy or comparison. United States, elementary school. Okay? President, principal. Remember, highest level of authority of the executive branch. The federal level, president, principal. Governors, teachers, the state level, the next level of authority. Mayors, parents, or students, the local level, the lowest level of authority of the executive branch. Okay, here is your assignment. If you can write this on your own sheet of paper, you just have to do number it 1 through 10, and then just write what the blank would be. You don't have to write the entire sentence. I provided you a word bank with the terms, so there's no need for you to misspell anything. I need for you to have this done by the time you get to class. There is a second assignment. It's a writing assignment. You do not have to have this done before class. You should have started it, but you don't have to have it done. You'll understand why. Okay, so imagine that you could choose to be the president, governor, or mayor. Answer the following questions. Number 1, which would you rather be and why? So you have to tell me who you would rather be and why. So this is what I mean by starting. You need to make this decision. You need to know the reasons why. Whenever you need to know at least 2 reasons why. We'll say that. 2 reasons why before you come to class. Number 2, what would be your responsibilities? This is why I'm allowing you to work on this in class, and we're going to kind of discuss it a little bit because we're going to have to do some research. We haven't gone over the responsibilities of these people yet, so that's what we're going to be doing in class. We're going to be researching individually, and we're going to be discussing as a class what these responsibilities are. If you chose, so this is specific for the people who choose governor or mayor, you have to tell me where you would serve, what state, what city. So if you choose those 2, you have to answer that. If not, you don't. I want at least a paragraph for this, so keep that in mind. A paragraph, remember, is 5 sentences, no less. That's not full credit if you do less than 5. And for this assignment, we're going to say no more than 7 sentences.